Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Hope Infinite, a discussion series presented by GoodLives. I'm your host for today, Lawrence Labdi, the co-founder of GoodLives, which is trying to make mental health therapy affordable and accessible, and trying to create happier workplaces and happier lives. Today we have with us who is the VP of SREI Infrastructure Finance Limited, Human Resources, and he's heading Group Talent Acquisition for the same organization as well. So the name of the person is Rahul Singh. He has worked with companies like Aditya Birla, HSBC, Citi Bank, and few others. He is currently heading and planning resource requirements for all group companies across geographical boundaries for market and for SREI Infrastructure Finance Limited. He is also pioneered in implementing human resource strategies by developing tailor-made training programs on leadership development and business excellence for all levels of managers and senior strategic group leaders. So hello sir, how are you today?
I'm perfectly, Lawrence, and many thanks for inviting me on your platform. It's my pleasure to be here, because I've been there your Insta post, and you people have very lots of followers. So it's my, a pleasure to be here.
So it's a pleasure to invite you in this discussion series. So, sir, can you just tell me, are you guys doing work from home right now, or is it like you have started going to offices?
To be very frank, we have started going to offices, because our nature of business is basically we are into a financing business. So in a financing business, the customer interaction has to be there, right?
Yes.
So slowly and gradually, and just to follow the entire, pandemic norms, but we need to be in office now. So it's like more or less 50 to 60% crowd are available in the offices now.
Okay, I understand. So, sir, you have been in the key leadership role in many organizations, and you have like pioneered in that role. So, when we talk about leadership roles and how important is the mental health of an individual in deciding his success or failure?
So I'll tell you this mental health is very important, to be very frank. I'll give you one quick example. Uh, I remember when I joined Aditya Birla Finance, on that point of time, this NBFCs have a book size of just 300 crores, right? Book size, the total book size. And I got this opportunity to lead their talent acquisition and just build the entire team. Because on that point of time, we have 30 team member, and there's no CEO, there is no top management. It's only 30 team member. One CFO is managing on capital finance business. So I got this opportunity to build up, a retail home finance business, the mortgage business, the corporate finance business, and the most important task is to, identify the top talent. This is the most important thing. So we thought, okay, fine, let's go for a talent, especially a captain. The CEO has to be play a vital role. If you want to
Yes.
build up a stink from the scratch, the CEO has to be a vital, a very important. They are going to play a very important role here. So the first and the most important part, of course, as I told you, in our conversation. I'm a certified, PI analyst, psychometric
Yeah.
analyst. I've done a whole lot of, analysis tool utilization of those various artificial intelligence platform, PI analyst platform to identify those specific talent. We have interviewed almost uh, three, four top senior executive for this portfolio, and we have narrowed down a couple of resources on various parameter reports and all. And the mental health is not only on the basis of those previous performance or the current scenario and all. We normally focus because we have an agency who able to provide some sort of input about their personal life, right? How this gentleman or a gentlewoman, it's handling her personal life, interaction with her family members, even interaction with their the helpmates and all other things, and vice versa, how he interact with the corporate. So every man or a woman has couple of faces on this. So you don't, on the first face, you don't go and believe, okay, fine, what Lawrence is talking about, what Rahul is talking about here. You need to give them a patient sharing and a time and understand those who is Lawrence, where I'm talking to the Lawrence is the right person, or there's another Lawrence behind this face or behind this mask. The covering of this mask is very important. So mental health is correlated to the emotional intelligence also, right? And the physical also. So emotional, physically health is going to correlate to your mental piece of things. And so if you are mentally strong, you're able to, take any target, because whom we have identified, he's a banker and we are hiring him for an NBFC company. On his entire 20 year of experience, he has not worked for an NBFC. So this is the challenge what this gentleman has accepted. Okay, fine. I am a banker. I know how the banks works, but non-banking, it's kind of NBFC, the non-banking financial company. So normally out of 10 people, hardly a couple of people are ready to take this challenge. Okay, fine, I'm a banker. I'm ready to accept the challenge for NBFC. I build this organization from this scratch. Right. So mental, it's all about how well groomed or how well your family culture, how well your professional career, and how individual motivated. The self-motivation and the right set of skill and the right set of attitude is going to play a vital role here to manage your mental wellness here.
I think mental, self-motivation and the emotional intelligence plays a vital role here, because if you are mentally, emotionally stable and you're a self-motivated guy, so that also makes you a stable person and a stable personality. You do not overreact to situations and you do not underreact to situations. And if you are, sir, you were saying something?
No, yeah, I just want to add one thing here, because I remember on my interaction with this gentleman, I told him very clear, see, I'm sure you and everyone has watched this movie, Manji the Mountain Man.
Yeah.
This is the live example of the profile what I'm offering you. Maybe people are not going to say give you any positive vibes about the profile, about the organization, or about the challenges. But believe me, if you're going to succeed this role, if you're mentally strong, you're going to create your own path, right? And people are give you that respect, or you are going to create lots of examples for the other. Okay, fine, this gentleman has done a very fantastic job, and now this company is doing wonders to very strong, and the entire credit goes to the gentleman.
So with continuous improvement in tech, do you also think that cultural fit, role fit, etc. will be completely bot based?
To be very frank, being a TA professional, I still a firm believer of that, the entire beauty or artificial intelligence is not going to replace the emotional concept. The sixth sense and the emotional touch, the personal touch is not going to, because they can help us to assess the multiple criteria. They give them a solution, but they're not going to give us the final dead end. Okay, fine, this is the result. No, they can only provide those numbers or the input and help us to take a decision. So ultimately the decision ability is going to be with us only. So I still form a believer because emotional intelligence is very important. The artificial intelligence is going to provide you the arms and ammunition, but those numbers are not, or they are not able to give us the final outcome. They can only give some inputs. Okay, fine. This is the raw number. This is the, these are the reflected. Now you take your call. So taking decision emotional intelligence is going to play a vital role. And if you are mentally sound, right, then only you are able to take these decisions.
I think they can assist you in the screening process. Maybe if you have 10 odd resumes, they can tell you that this person has 100% matching skills with the role that you're offering, or maybe this person offers 30% skill set that you require. So maybe that kind of assistance can be done with bots, but I think the ultimate decision should be with the person that is going to hire that person, because that emotional touch will be provided by the interviewer, not the bot.
That's a belief. The bot may be going to help us to provide whether this gentleman have the right set of skill or not. Right?
Yes.
On those artificial intelligence, the resume, you will find those skill set, but attitude, the AI is not going to help us to find the right set of attitude. When you are going to judge their attitude, you need to meet them person, and at least meet them that person. Then you are going to judge the actual attitude, because attitude is going to play a vital role here. Right. So I'm a firm believer, it's like 90% maybe the AI or bot can help us to, help us in TA or in other platform. But this ultimate piece of thing is what when talk about mental or emotional and all, that link is required. So they're not going to replace 100%. The human touch has to be there.
Yeah, it has to be there, because when you interact with somebody that you're going to hire, then you kind of judge that person that he may be a cultural fit for my organization, or maybe he is the right person that I'm looking for. So that interaction needs to be there. It could be either Zoom call now, or it could be either a face-to-face interaction.
I totally agree with you.
Yes. So we being an employee wellness company, we really believe that job satisfaction should not be a luxury. And employee engagement plays a major role in creating happier workplaces. So do you also resonate with this thought?
I totally agree with you. And to very frank, we are just seriously thinking about this stuff, because this employee engagement is not that, what we do a couple of years back, just to engage your employer. In this pandemic has taught us because we need to change our entire thought process. No one has thought about there is a pandemic in the future, and the entire conversation or the schooling model has to be go on the online platform,
Yeah.
or so in even especially in this pandemic mode, people are sitting at their homes. It's very important to engage their employees,
Yeah.
engagement at a office premises or engagement at their home. It's a two vital things, right? Or engage, it's not only an our employee engagement strategy. We are not only target the employee, now we are targeting their family member also.
Okay.
Because if their family members are emotionally sound or mentally fine, or they are correlate with their father or a mother or a wife or a son, it will help him or her to do wonders in his professional career or a life. So our job is not only to engage our employee. Our now we have changed our strategy to boss, let's focus on their family member as well. So in this pandemic, to very frank, everyone is very haywire mode ki boss, what next? So we have decided, let's not only engage the individual, let's engage their family member as well. If they are positive, the positive vibes has to be rooted, right? Positive, if
Yeah.
I'm 100% positive, if my entire environment is full of positiveness, be it in any kind of situation, I'm able to do any sort of job.
So, sir, can you just share a few ideas how you are involving the family of the employers for these sessions or workshops, or maybe some sort of interactions?
So I'll tell you, one very interesting session what we have done, this music therapy piece of things. So one of our employees, spouse, is one of the good singer, to very frank, So we have just engaged and we have talked about, let's do a one live session, and we have done this Zoom call coordination, and it's like a chit chat session. Come, how the have you heard this word called kitty party concept? Five,
Yes.
six women get
Yeah,
together
yeah.
and they do a whole lot of things. So we have done this kitty party concept on virtual mode, plus a piece of things, right? So this is one example. Second example, this is the ideal time where we have focused our entire senior management, starting from vice chairman to CEOs and a managing director, to interact with each and every employees, and it's like weekly session on various topics. So don't treat me, I'm your chairman, don't treat me, just treat me like I'm an individual. Let's have a conversation on any specific topic, and it's not related to your official piece of things. It's totally personal, you know the second part. And the third part what we have done is, it's again a very important, even I'm the live example for that, because in this pandemic, there is, you can say, boss, sitting idle at home or doing HR, because the recruitment is going very slow. So the company has offered me a very unique role. Okay, fine, Rahul, your job is to interact with the various candidates for a various different roles and all other things. Why you're not able to take this challenge of be with the customers? So I have taken a book size of almost 3 to 400 crores customers, 3 or 4 top high-end customer, to interact. There is one point contact person, because pandemic, as I told you, it's not only my employee, their family. Either their family means their customer as well. So because ultimately, if I'm going to help any kind of support to my employees or their interaction with the customer, ultimate we are able to achieve our organization goal. So
Yeah.
these are a few multiple examples what we have done, and we have seen some positive response.
That's great to know, sir. That's a lot of initiatives that you have done across in your organization so as to know the employees. And I also think that a pandemic has given us this opportunity that I got to know the families of the person that is working for me, or maybe what sort of environment he or she has in the home. So I would, if we didn't have this pandemic, didn't got to know that this person is having a cat or maybe a dog in his house, or maybe when we are doing some Zoom meetings, his or her kid pop up just in the meeting. So we didn't got to know that the families or more about that person. So it has also increased the personal touch per se.
Right.
Yes. So you have been part of the industry for so long, and what is one thing that this industry needs to focus on when it comes to mental well-being and engagement?
See, this is a very important part. Now, I personally feel, especially being into sales job, I have seen this, and I'm a firm believer. Being a certified PI analyst or doing some sort of work in psychologist perspectives of things at the month end or at the financial year, and creating unnecessary pressure. So that's here. I still countering my various business heads. Okay, fine, boss, let's set a target, at the initial of our financial year, and divide by quarterly basis or a monthly basis per se piece of things. Was by this quarter or by this, month, the numbers has to be here. Ultimate, 15 or 20 days, people are just enjoying their life, and last week job, the month and last week, it's like unrealistic pressure. Boss, we need to achieve our target, boss. Let's focus the streamlined process and all piece of things, because ultimate, if pressure is there, then it will help or impact our mental health. So I feel ki boss, especially in a sales and a marketing or beat any job, let's plan it accordingly and do your job. It's not ki boss, let's sit idle or let's not do anything, and at the month end we will do it. Normally हम लोग ये एग्जाम टाइम्स में भी करते थे कि बहुत साल भर तो पढ़ाई की नहीं, लेकिन एग्जाम के अगले दिन चाहते हैं कि सब कुछ पढ़ ले एक दिन में. वो नहीं हो पाता है.
Yes,
Right?
yes.
I told my children, boss, let's boss, ये mistake हम लोग कर चुके हैं. So मैं boss, let's go, but day by day अपनी study complete कर लो, so that you are not going to face those mental trauma at the last.
At the end of the day.
So that's the same thing I told my various corporate houses, even in interaction के boss, वो month end का pressure मत create करो. प्रेशर क्रिएट करना है तो एंटायर मंथ का क्रिएट करो कि बॉस डे वाइज आई नीड परसेंट, सो दैट वो लास्ट में पाइल अप नहीं होना चाहिए चीज. That's a possibility. So things.
Yeah. Yes, I totally understand that point. We need to do bit by bit every day of the month, because if we try to do everything at the last, so that pressure automatically comes on you and you get tired and you get frustrated. You also get stressed. So that also leads to various other problems. So I think we should do things on a daily basis.
If we're clear about our the numbers, if you're clear about our target, and if you follow this step by step, therapy was on the day one, I'm going to do this. On the day 30th, I'm going to do this. I'm going to achieve my perceived piece of things. So it will help both sides, individual as well as the organization per se. The organization is going to achieve theirs, the numbers, and the individual is also going to achieve their numbers. Vice versa, he feels happy, he is mentally satisfied. Okay, fine, I have done something. There is no unrealistic pressure of month-end concept sort of thing.
So being a veteran in talent acquisition, what is one thing you would like to change about the traditional methods of talent acquisition?
Very frank, I love to change this, local, what you can say, the employment posting. Still, there are cities where there is a Rozgar Mantralaya or a Karyalaya is there, where you go and write down your name and put your resume. So there's no use, vice versa, even still I feel the printing media is playing very interesting role here, because there's a government office, it's called, okay fine, the local employment office. After that, the entire data is vanished. There's no things, okay fine, and there's a huge chunk of data pile up on their local employment office, to believe me. So I need to change this particular piece of thing, especially when we are hiring for a remote locations. These local employment offices are playing a very critical role. But to be very frank, they are not maintaining any data. They do not have any. They only have the name and their own registration number. There's no coordinate.
So I think we should shift to some sort of CRMs for that. I think if it is a digital method, then they can manage the data.
Still at a Cat B or a Cat C or a Cat D city, Lawrence. To be very frank, these local employment offices are playing very vital role here. The people from villages, they only came, okay fine, they feel if my name is registered on their employment office, I will get the job.
I'm going to get a job, yes.
And so that's what we need to improve this particular employment, and this is a very important tool, especially when we are hiring for a remote locations.
Yes. Thank you, Rahul sir, for joining in today. I really got some insights of how you have been managing a lot in short span of time. And I also think those who are watching will also understand the importance of mental well-being with your knowledge. And we also understand that how emotional well-being and self-motivation plays a major role in for having a great mental health. And we love the ideas that you have shared, what you have done for your company, and the small ideas that you have incorporated to know more about their families, their culture, and how to interact with these employees. And I really hope that people who are watching this will also understand the importance that it is okay to talk, and it is okay to talk about your mental health.
First of all, really thanks to inviting me for this platform, Lawrence. And I must vouch at you and your team because you people are doing very fantastic job. In nowadays, providing a solution for mental, queries or challenges. This is a very fantastic job what you people are doing here. To be very frank, right?
Thank
You
you.
know, I just want to say the one liner, was just self motivation is a key here. The right attitude and the self motivation. I just want to tell from your platform to the entire people, and public boss, just be comfortable, enjoy your life. No need to worry on any kind of situation. Things will be right. Maybe it will take time, but just be optimistic. No need to worry about any sort of situation. Okay, fine, there is a whole lot of situation. Every people are facing some sort of challenges, but just go with the life, enjoy your life, just enjoy your hobbies, be with your family, enjoy, be with your kids and all. So I just want to say, just be happy and focused on your future prospect. Let's not worry, and believe me, the change is always good. Be it in any situation, don't afraid to adopt the new set of change, right? And this pandemic has taught was is very clear. It's the live example. Change is always good, and the technology is going to play a vital role here. But ultimate, the emotional intelligence, the mental health is the tool here. All right. If we are mentally strong, we are able to take any decisions.
Yes, definitely.
Thanks, Lawrence.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Hope to see you soon and connect with you again.
It's my pleasure.